Alright, so you already know the formula for volume of a prism. Volume equals length times width times height. So your three dimensions, length, width, and height, you have x plus 2, x plus 1, and x plus 5. Those all need to be multiplied together. So length, x plus 2, width, x plus 1, and height, x plus 5. If you did it in a different order, it doesn't matter. Because these three things are just being multiplied together, it doesn't matter which order they're multiplied in. So the expression for volume is x plus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 5. The units of your volume will be in centimeters cubed, because when you multiply the units out, you'll get centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. Which equals centimeters cubed. That's why volume is in units cubed. Alright, now we can expand this to get a nicer formula for volume. So starting out with volume equals x plus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 5. Okay, so if you look at what's happening here, I have three things being multiplied. The x plus 2, the x plus 1, and the x plus 5. Because they're just three things being multiplied, it doesn't matter which order you multiply them in. So you could choose to multiply the x plus 2 times x plus 1, and then whatever you get from that, you'd have to multiply the whole thing by x plus 5. Or you could choose to multiply the x plus 1 and the x plus 5 together, and then whatever you get from this, you'll have to multiply it by x plus 2. Personally, I think I'm going to multiply the x plus 1 and the x plus 5 together, so that I'll have a nice binomial in front. That's just my personal preference, though. Okay, so when I multiply the x plus 1 and the x plus 5 together, x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, 1 times x is just x, and 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, so that's the result of multiplying these two. Now this whole thing has to be multiplied by x plus 2. So since I have to multiply the whole thing, I put brackets around it. So I have an x plus 2 now, the x plus 2 is still in brackets, times x squared plus 5x plus x plus 5. Before I do this multiplication, I want to simplify inside this bracket that I just expanded. So, still have the x plus 2. Simplifying inside this bracket, I have an x squared term. Your x terms are 5x and a positive x, so 5x plus x is 6x. And then a plus 5. Plus 5. There. Okay, now I have a binomial times a trinomial, which is fine. I can expand that out. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 6x is 6x squared. And x times 5 is 5x. Then we have 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 6x is 12x. And 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, now we've gotten rid of all the brackets, so it's time to combine like terms. When you do that, you have one x cubed term. X squared terms. I see a 6x squared here and a 2x squared here. So 6x squared plus 2x squared is 8x squared. And I have a 5x and a 12x. So 5x plus 12x is 17x. And lastly, a positive 10. Okay, you have nothing else to combine, so you're done. X cubed plus 8x squared plus 17x plus 10 should be your final answer.